football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we're at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the visitor sideline, Washington head coach Dan Quinn. His guys pulled off a massive upset over the 2 seed a week ago. Now trying to take it a step further here in the divisional round. Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys fresh coming off. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center. They're 6 out of bounds. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft.
A gain of a yard.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
You're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great.
This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays.
2 at the 12-yard line.
Throw out right, it's brought in by Otten. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his
Now, they're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams
with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Right back to Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, a 23-yard run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Enough ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone. That's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys will probably express.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possible.
They'll run here with Rodriguez. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Chris Rodriguez. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's good. We're on first down.
Playoff, 3rd and goal.
7 yards.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss. It's 4th and goal.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
It's a gain of 5.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
Someone who is the modern example of an elite. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Baltimore, first down.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. Here's 2nd and goal.
Incomplete.
They'll work against the blitz. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start to fight back for their first points in this game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
1st and goal. Lamar throwing again. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for...
Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play.
And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them. Way to throw that sucker in the first row.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
First down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Jackson keeping it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to.
Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Again, Mahomes to throw.
at the Ravens 20-yard line.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown.
Kansas City.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs jump in front late. Pickup. They're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Jackson keeping it himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain.
First down.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Connects on the crosser. And he is down to the 3rd. That is their final one. Lamar out of the pistol. Right side and into the hands for here on 4th down. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Free play here. Let's see what he does. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Offside, defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points.
That penalty is declined.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. With Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Kansas City.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Miami Dolphins and and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins. They sprang the big upset last week, knocking off the number 2 seed. See if they have any more magic left in store. On the other side, it's the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. Nice place for the drive to start. So, here come the Bengals. And, Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man.
A new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carry.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs, and now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to us.
The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season motion. Tua now on 3rd down. It is brought in the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations.
Out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one, taken in. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop?
15-yard line.
Bengals first down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Passing right side and chases. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy.
2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Another try, 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Dexton Hill.
From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. He's got it! 3rd and goal.
7 yards. It's 3rd down and
Now Tua. He's got it at the 3. What a huge play. 4th and goal.
10 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
They snap it to Tua. And that is incomplete. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. They are moving on as the number 1 seed. The victory means they lock down another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store.
Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Purdy looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy from 17 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get to...
And the 49ers first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8.
But this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Touchdown. Jerome Jennings from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because...
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerome Jennings, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.